All right. March 1st, brand new month. Good week last week. Hope everybody did well. Um, let's get right into it, man. We'll start off with the news. So we know that U.S. and the other country have officially attacked Iran, but we saw that coming. We knew that was coming already. By the way, gold was moving. By the way, silver was moving. By the way, all the prop firms were halting gold and silver trading. They didn't want people to be able to load up positions, and now you see why. And I would be very surprised to see gold not hit 6,000. Um, I don't know how long it's going to take, but yeah, where we are right now, we'll just go through it line by line. I haven't really looked at anything, but I just wanted to make sure I got something on the books for you guys this week. I'll start off with the bonds, and I'm bullish on bonds. That's period. I don't even have to look at any other chart but the weekly. We have the equal highs. Um, we have draws on liquidity. So we're bullish for the foreseeable future, and so that means I'm going to be bearish on Dixie. So we'll just go ahead and get over to Dixie. Shit. Let's see. You know what? Let's do it here. Um, so on Dixie, we had an inside week last week. Overall, I see us coming up, but in the interim, I do see us being bearish for a little bit. So we could start dropping here. And if we want to take a range, right? If we're in this range right here, you could say, oh, golly, we are. Let's go to LT. Right. Okay, we're in this range. So we came up to um, basically OTE to 618, and we could see some downside. I'm actually expecting more downside, so we could come look to sweep the liquidity at the lows. On the daily, it was just a bunch of chop last week. It's really been chopped since the beginning of February, which is expected. I would have liked to see some upside up into this area, but excuse me. Um, you don't always get what you want. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get a move up, maybe a push up for a little bit, and then a drop. But all this is just waiting to be ran. Let's get off into the euro. All right. So obviously with that, I'm expecting um, the the opposite for euro. So we have all this waiting to be ran. I mean, this is beautiful actually. I don't like this as a reversal pattern, right? And not that we trade patterns. We came and established a low. We took out that sell side, but it's just there's no enthusiasm going forward, right? So if we were able to come down, ideally, this what I would like to see is something like this, right? If we pushed up a little bit, came down, and then created uh, created a reversal from that. I would love to see that, but we don't always get what we want. So let's move on to GU. GU is the even uglier chart. EU is not so bad, but and I would like to actually see us take this low, and that way we can create some type of divergence here. Now this is your January. This is your January low, and I would have liked to seen it taken in February, so we could definitely have our monthly divergence, and that would give me some more conviction. But it's just been chopped, and last week was little to nothing and no movement. You really just have a doji candle. But I am looking for some upside. Maybe we get a little downside push to start the week, and then we get some movement up. Um, there is nothing I can say to you about gold except to buy. And you should press buy every day. Every day at open, press buy. Press buy and keep pressing buy. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where it's going, but I assume it's going to go somewhere up here. So um, just buy. Just buy, just buy, just buy. Same thing for silver. Just buy. The chart says buy. You're not going to get any retracement. don't. You're you're probably going to see a gap that looks like a daily candle. Right? You're probably going to see a gap like this, right, to start the week, right? And then, so you'll just it'll be here. Um, and once this is actually once this level is taken, right? Once we get this close, so you'll see this gap, right? You may get that, right? You may get that. If you don't get that, and if you're lucky if you do, but once this gap is closed, right, it's out of there. So what what we want to do, what we want to do is just press buy, and I mean, there's literally nothing else to it. Um, so let's get on the same thing with the platinum. I mean, I don't, I don't know if we go back to all-time highs, but I just expect a move up. So even if we come back up into this range, like this would be my target right here. Um, that would be my first target. So if you're going to buy platinum, take it, um, take it to that area, and see what you can get. The basket. This is very very interesting this week. I'm expecting just major downside to the basket, and I mean it was a beautiful weekly candle. This candle right here is super fake out. It got everybody with the election, everything. It got me. So right now we're just going to see more downside, um, and I don't know how far we go with this one, but I would be targeting these lows for sure. And so with our yen futures, once once we take these lows, is I think this is where we can maybe get some kind of action, um, and maybe a little reversal back into the range, um, but not before. So if we don't get there this week, I'll be bearish again next week. But I'm bearish on the yen futures until here. Um, Euro GPP, I expect, I really expect this to fly. Um, I don't know if we come, how far we come on the short term interim. This will be my first target. So I'm definitely bullish until here. But we do have just a bunch of failure swings here, so we could come up and take the entire high for this. So we're bullish there. So we're bullish on the euro. Um, Over the pound this week. And Aussie, I'm still bullish on Aussie. I don't even need to go to a lower time frame. We're finding a little bit of resistance now against the New Zealand dollar, but we're still bullish there. Um, CAD CHF, we are bearish here, and we're going to be bearish. So CAD is going to be weaker than the Swiss franc. So if you're trading USD CAD, USD CHF, I would be trading. Um, CAD is weaker, so I would be trading USD CAD this week for longs. Um, or if you're going to short, I would be shorting USD CHF. So, but we do have CAD as weaker. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's tough right here because we come into this area where I expected a little bounce. So we could start to see a push up here, leaving this failure swing, um, and back into the range here. So Bitcoin would be interesting to watch, but Bitcoin up, I'm sorry, Bitcoin down, gold up is usually the play. So I expect maybe we have a little more downside with Bitcoin and Ethereum before we start moving up. So we could leave this low as a fair swing. We could take it, but I would be leaning shorts for now. Um, and the way we suit this weekly, um, if I went down to the daily, I would expect it's just been a lot of chop, but I do expect a little more downside here. We have respected this daily gap, right? Um, we respected it, but the way we close on, uh, well, today actually, the way we've been moving today, we could come take the lows before we move up. Um, this guy, this was my trade last week. This was my baby last week, and just buy gas, buy gold on the open, buy oil, buy gas, buy gold on the open. We don't even have to discuss the charts really. Um, so those things are, if your prop still lets you do it. Um, on ES, I'm actually expecting some downside. I don't. This is disgusting. Like the way the move up, like it's just been. This is really just disgusting. But I do expect, even though we have these equal highs and all this liquidity to be ran, I expect a little downside. So we souped that high last week, started to close below. Um, Same thing with E-mini. Here, I was doing some work. So I'm looking at, let me move some of this stuff. Uh, Sorry, guys. All right. So anyway, souped that high. Ugly week last week. No real movement, but souped that high and closed inside. So I would like to see some movement down, at least back into this range a little bit. So same thing with YM. Um, YM is very weak right now. The only thing that was propping up NQ and ES was NVIDIA, but we'll take a look at that chart in a second. But YM is very weak, so I definitely expect some move back into this side. Um, with NVIDIA, look at that, look at that weekly, right? This was my first target. Well, actually, this equal lows was my first target. This is my second target, and then this 50% to fill in this imbalance of this range. That was that would be my third target. And this 75% to fill up this volume imbalance and these imbalances here, that would be my final target. What I would say, if you do trade stocks and you're looking for put options, you can definitely make some money this week. But I would do it Monday morning before they really got expensive. Um, and that's really it for the week. It's a really easy week, man. It's a really easy week to trade. Um, and I would say let's go to copper. So what I have, let me go to my copper chart. 3 months and copper up right here. Okay. So this week I don't have the news here. Um, I'll put that up, but my Aussie is still a big play. Um, JPY for me, JPY is down. It's going to go down here now. Um, right. Um, CAD is weaker than CHL. CAD is here. But if you have, I do have Euro here and GBP here, right? So let me move this. Okay, so I'm not even going to do this week with the best plays right now. Um, what what I'm shorting is indices, right? What I'm longing is gold, silver, oil, natural gas, and that is. Oops, let me put that for 3 to 1. And that's it this week. There's no super analysis. I don't really care too much about news. You got what you're going to get, and um, I would just say manage your risk, get involved. Don't wait. You can't. You're not going to be able to wait on so many pullbacks. What you're going to have to do is when you see your level break, you're going to have to get involved. I'm not saying be a breakout trader, but you have to get involved. You're not. I just don't see many pullbacks coming this week. So uh, I wish everybody luck this week. I appreciate you tuning in again, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the charts.